Hey, hello again. This is Marc Suderman at Ultra Grow Plant Food. Hey, we're in a vineyard that we're treating down in Tulare, California. The variety is vintage red. And what I wanted to show you was that what we're dealing with here is more than just a soil issue. We're dealing with a plant vigor issue. And where you got a variety that maybe isn't quite as vigorous as maybe what you're used to, and it could be a combination of the rootstock and the varietal. Could be some soil, but more than anything, if you don't get the soil right, regardless of your crop, things aren't going to grow. And so what we've done is we've started working on this block last fall, and we started at the ground up because that's foundational. And we started looking at what's in our soil and what do we have to work with, and then come up with a plan how to deal with that. Now we utilize the Albrecht method, get our calcium magnesium ratio right, and then work on our cation ratios accordingly. The other thing we looked at too, here's a good example of it. You can see the buildup in the soil on the precipitate there on the edge of the watering line. Got a lot of sodium out here, and so the only way to really know what our sources of input are is to test. So soil's one, water's another, and we're getting a fair amount of sodium out of this block. I've also got film, if you look in the archive, of a crimson block on this same ranch. And this pump is throwing a little over 9.5 pounds per inch of sodium. So we got good fruit in this vintage red block, but we don't have as good canopy. We got this nice trellis, we got a lot of light coming in. And so the next step we started working towards was how much of what do we have in the canopy itself, and how do we basically strengthen it? How do we invigorate it? Because we got crop that's setting pretty decently every year, but we got to have support structure with it, and that's where we get our leaves behaving right in order to use the sun to help photosynthesize and make it feed itself and make its own sugar. And so we had to customize our foliar program accordingly, and then what we've done is mid-season we've made some additional tests just to see where we're at this stage to make adjustments. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to apply Ultra Grow 217-17, and we're going to blend that together with some crop shield. We're going to put a combination of those on because that'll give us a month of protection to get through the better part of July and keep this fruit from burning, because that's going to affect their profitability really fast. And then couple that with some good plant ready nutrition, and that should be the cat's whiskers for now. The other thing is, at this stage we're in bud development, and so we want to make sure we don't overlook any traces, and so those are going to go in the tank also as needed in order to best take advantage of a ride through the field. So have your advisors help you and guide you there. Don't be afraid to use science to help you. You don't have to be an astronaut to benefit from what you can get out of science. You really can make yourself very profitable just by getting analysis done timely and responding to it with the right kind of a treatment program.